Wife beater was my man's. And look, he tried to set me up. His ex told me. She told me that. Said, yo, if you wasn't with your bodyguard, he was gonna get you.
It's about to be a situation. It's about to be a situation. It's about to be a situation. Cause it's about to be a situation. It's about to be a situation.
What's good, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. PSmooth in the building. Situations with PSmooth. So, what we're gonna talk about today is we're gonna talk about scamming the scammer part 2. If y'all seen the first one, y'all seen how I finessed son for the gift cards and how I did like a whole acting role, whatever the case may be. I had to do what I had to do to get the gift cards or whatever the case may be. So now this is gonna be part 2 of what happened when I had the gift cards. So each of them had like $575. So that means I had about 3,000 or something like that worth of cards. So what I was doing, I told you, I literally did the same shit I said at the end. I went to Target and I got my mom's and my sister's mad stuff. I got a new TV. I just got mad shit for the crib. I was buying mad snacks. I had a whole freaking, cause Target, they sell snacks. I was in that snack aisle. I had mad snacks under my bed, all type of shit. Like, now this is what happened. So I had 2 cards left, like $1,000 worth. What I did was I was like, I'm gonna just hit up my boy, wife beater, because me and him was cool at that time. We was, I thought we was cool. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna sell you these cards. Throw me like $600 or something. You making $400 extra. You're not making $400 extra, but like, you're saving $400. So give me $600 cash, and I'm gonna give you 2 Target gift cards worth $1,000. So to me, that's a come up anyways. Like anybody you tell that to. So I could have easily did that to somebody else or put it on Craigslist. I don't know, some shit, but I ain't feel like doing all of that. So what I did was I hit him up and told him that. He was like, oh, can you do it for like 200? I'm like, what? 200? Nigga, I ain't no crackhead. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm gonna give you $1,000 worth of cards for $200. Like, you tripping. So now he's like, oh, you can't hold me down. I was like, well, I'll hold you down. Why would I? I'm not stupid. Like, why would I do that? Like nigga, I was broke at the time, but I wasn't that broke. Like, and I could have bought shit and sold it too, but like I said, I wasn't trying to do all that extra work. I just want the cash. Just give me the cash. And at this point, he was like doing like little scamming check shit. Back in the days, niggas kept doing that check shit. Like I said, I wanted the lump sum. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna give you the cards and give me 600. So he kept lowballing me. I was like, yo, but fuck it. Like, it's a dub now. Like, you a L after that. So I'm good. You canceled. So then he calls me, like maybe like a week later, he calls me and he's like, yo, I got you with 600 for the cards. So I was like, all right, now we talking. Like, all right. So he was like, yo, pull up on me tomorrow, whatever the case may be. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, I'm gonna hit you when I leave my crib. So next day comes. So now listen to this. Hear what I'm about to tell y'all. So now I'm about to leave. I'm hitting him up. I'm like, yo, I'm about to pull up in like an hour. So he was like, all right, cool, bet. He gonna be in the crib. I was like, I bet. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting dressed, and then my other boy calls me. It was Evan. So if y'all seen Special K, remember the dude that I set Special K up with? That was him, Evan. So he called me and he was like, yo, what you doing? Like this and that. I was like, nothing. I'm actually about to go to wife beater crib. So I introduced him to wife beater like maybe like 2 months before that. He kind of didn't really like him because he just looked at her like he leery, you know what I mean? Like you could just get that vibe from people that you don't like. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go to his crib. I'm about to sell him these 2 cards or whatever, and then I could check you after. So he says, yo, why don't you just come to my crib and then we go together to his crib? So I was like, fuck it, whatever. I was like, yeah, I bet, cool, whatever. So he was like, I bet. So now I'm going to his crib. I'm just going to his crib, and while I'm going to his crib, I'm texting wife beater like, yo, I'm about to be there like an hour later. Cool. So now I'm making my way to Evan's house. I get to his house. Now I'm in the crib. We just talking shit like that. Now we going to wife beater crib. Now I hit wife beater up. I say, yo, I'm about to pull up right now. I'll be there in like 20 minutes because Evan didn't live that far from wife beater crib. So now guess what? This yo, trust me. So now listen to this. So now I'm like a block away from wife beater crib. So I'm hitting him up. I'm like, yo, I'm about to be in front of your crib. So like, I knew his bell and shit. So he was just gonna ring me up. I used to sleep over his crib and everything. And I used to stay in his crib too for a while. Like, not because I was homeless, but because I had moved and I wanted to just still be out there in the hood, like roaming the streets and shit, young shit. Now I'm in front of his crib and I'm ringing his bell and he's not answering. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, where he at? So now I'm calling him. I'm like, yo, where you at? He's like, oh, yo, I'm not there. I'm a block away. And he used to chill in this building because he knew some people in this building. So I knew the building and everything. So once he told me he was on this street, I already knew where he was at. Now he's like, yeah, come in front of the building, come inside the building. I'm gonna come downstairs. So I was like, all right, cool. So now my boy Evan, like, yo, your boy moving funny. Like, why he moving like that? Like, he moving too funny right now. I was like, what do you mean he moving funny? He's like, yo, why he not in the crib? Why he got you going in this building? So at this point, I'm telling him, like, bro, like, you good? Like, why you acting paranoid? Like, you good? Like, I know this nigga. This my boy. This is my boy. So he's like, nah, he just, you know what I mean? He's just moving funny right now, like telling you this and that. I was like, bro, like, I'm telling him, like, yo, stop being scared. Mind you, this nigga's like 6'2", and this nigga's like 200 and something pounds. He big, so like, I'm like, why he scared? Not that he's scared, but he peeping shit. But I'm not peeping shit because wife beater is my boy, so I'm not looking at it how he's looking at it. So now we got to the building. Now we in the building. Now I'm calling him like, yo, I'm here. He's like, all right, hold on. So now I'm in the building. So we just waiting. We waiting like 5-10 minutes, and it's taking a minute. I'm like, yo, where he at? Like, and then my boy Evan, like, yo, this nigga taking mad long. Like, so I'm like, he gonna come downstairs. I'm texting him. I'm like, yo, we here. Like, where you at? He's like, yo, I'm coming. Now look what happens. So now we just waiting in the hallway. The elevator come down. Some dude come out of it. He like 6 feet. It's kind of slim. He come out and he looking at me. But now I'm with this dude. I didn't never tell wife beater I was with somebody. Wife beater think I was by myself the whole time. I never told him I'm with somebody. So the dude come down, he looks at me, and then he looks at my boy, and then he just passes by us. He goes in the front, opens the door from the front of the building, and he's looking. He like this looking. And then now he just come back and he take the elevator back upstairs. So I'm not peeping shit, because we in the hood. Shit like that always, like, niggas come downstairs. It's it's just shit like that. My boy Evan like, yo, you ain't peep that? I was like, peep what? What are you talking about? Peep, like, what are you talking about? He's like, yo, son just came downstairs and he I don't know, bro, this whole shit, I feel funny about this shit. So I'm like, once again, bro, you wildin', this my man's, like, you tripping, son. Like, what's wrong with you? So now, guess what happens? Wife beater texts me after like 5-10 minutes after that dude took the elevator upstairs. Now wife beater like, yo, just meet me in front of my building now. So I'm like, how the only way he could leave this building that I'm in is through a hallway out the front door, and we in there. So now I'm not really questioning it. I'm more thinking like, where the $600? I need the $600 bad. I'm thinking about the bread, you know what I mean? I just want to get this deal done. So now my boy Evan really like, yo, how the fuck, yo, son, you fucking with some leery ass nigga, bro. That nigga moving leery. I was like, bro, you paranoid, bro. Like, trust me, you good. So now we going to his building. He's like, yo, I'm on the side of the building with my girl in her car. So I already knew his girl. We're gonna call her T. And the reason why you gotta remember her name is because I'm about to tell y'all something. So her name was T. Say, let's call her T. So he's with T in the car. I already been in her car with him, and like, I already know who she is. Funny story, he met her through me because I was talking to some chick, and you know how before, if y'all watch Special K, how I used to bring a chick and then I used to have a chick for him, and like back and forth. That was a chick that I was talking to her friend, and T came for him, and then they just got that love connection shit, whatever case may be. I see her car. Now we hop in the back seat. He's in the front on the right, and she's driving. So she kind of looking like, and I know her. So this time she's looking like you could just tell, like, she's kind of like hesitant, and like a vibe's kind of like leery. So, but I'm not thinking too much about it. So now he's in the front, he's turning around, like looking at me, like he's like, yo, bro, yo, let me give you 200 right now. I'm like, What do you mean 200, bro? You just told me to come out here for $600. Like, bro, I can't, bro. You can't do that for me, son. Come on, son. You can't let me slide. I said, bro, you serious? You for real right now? Like, bro, son, look out for me, son. Look out for. I'm like, you telling me I just wasted my time coming over here? And then he's like, bro, just hold me down. You know what I did? I looked at him. I said, bro, don't fucking talk to me no more after this, bro. Don't even text me. Don't talk to me or nothing. So I just got out the nigga car with my mans, and we ended up leaving, and we went to another Target, and I was so mad I started buying shit with the cards just cause I was tight. I was buying. I bought him shit, whatever the case may be. So now, look, this is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. So obviously, my boy Evan at that time, he was like, that nigga Leary, what the fuck? That whole shit was Leary. You fucking with some Leary niggas. Da 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 da. I'm over here looking at him like, nah, he got money. Like, that's my boy sanctioned. Like, you violent. You know what I'm saying? So he's just like, nah, I'm defending wife beater, because that's my boy at the time. That was my man's. Like, that was my man's. So I thought. Now, like I said, like weeks pass, not even weeks, months. Now months pass. He not even dealing with that chick no more. And the reason why I know is because even though I stopped talking to him, I had his girl on Facebook. Like, we was cool. Me and her was actually cool. So she used to hit me up sometimes on Facebook and shit, just to talk, but not like no flirting shit, but like just to talk, like regular shit. Like, months pass, and then she hits me up one day like, what's up, how you been? I was like, I'm good. Like, where you been at? Like, I haven't heard from you. How's everything with you and him? Da 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 da. Because at this point I wasn't talking to wife beater. So now she's telling me like, oh yeah, you know, we just catching up and shit. You know what she tells me? Do you know what she tells me? She says, oh, I've been meaning to tell you. I didn't want to tell you at that time because I was dealing with him, and I'm probably fucked up for that. But remember that time when you was about to sell him some gift cards or something like that? I was like, yeah. She says, you know what she told me? She says, that dude that came downstairs at that time, remember when we was in the hallway and some dude came downstairs from the elevator and he was looking outside and came back, and my boy Evan was like, yo, who that? She says that was wife beater's friend, and what happened was wife beater was never gonna buy the cards from me, and he was talking to that dude that came downstairs and was telling him like, yo, I got some nigga pulling up with some gift cards and he got some real earrings. Rob him. Take his jewelry and rob him for the gift cards. She said that he said that on the phone when he was talking to Son, because she was right there in the same room, and he's talking to that dude. And the only reason why I didn't get robbed that day, she said, quote unquote, the only reason why that dude didn't rob you is because you was with a bodyguard. She called Evan a bodyguard because Son told wife beater when he went back upstairs from the elevator, he had called him and said, yo, this nigga was some big ass nigga, like, I'm not gonna, and I'm dolly, I ain't, you know what I'm saying, this and that. So I was like, for real? She's like, yeah, that's the only reason why he didn't rob you, and he was basically trying to set you up. I said, he tried to set me up like that? He really, what? So yeah, if I was by myself without Evan, mind you, Evan hit me up randomly that day. If Evan was not ever hit me up that day, I would have went by myself. And God knows what would have happened, because around that time, I ain't gonna lie, around that time, because I was in the hood all the time, I used to walk around with a big ass blade. So if a nigga was gonna try to do some shit to me, I was gonna either poke that nigga up, or we would have had to fight, and Son would have went down. So thank God none went down, because this nigga was big anyways. The other nigga was big anyways, so I definitely had to poke this nigga up a couple times, you know what I'm saying? So thank God nothing happened. But it's so crazy that was my man's. Wife beater was my man's, and look, he tried to set me up. His ex told me, said, yo, if you wasn't with your bodyguard, he was gonna get you. I was like, wow, that's crazy. That was crazy. So all the time, my boy Evan was right. That vibe, that intuition and shit, he was correct. I told him that after and shit, and he was like, yo, that's fucking crazy, because I peeped it. And I was like, yeah, son, I should listen to you. But me being naive and trusting him, because that was my boy, I didn't see it like that, because I trusted him as my man's, and I knew him for like 2-3 years before that. So it's like, yo, it be your own people's, like why, how you try to do that? But yeah, that was scam. This was Scamming Scammer Part 2. If you like this story and you want to hear more other stories, how I've been doing, just like and subscribe, and yeah, that's that.
It's about to be a situation. Cause it's about to be a situation.